I'm Craig, and welcome to the Lair. This is role-playing, riddles, and random encounters, and today is going to be super fun. We're going to be talking about a random encounter. I mentioned in previous episodes that once in a while I will be going over a random encounter for Dungeon Masters and their game, and we're going to talk about the best and greatest random encounter or encounter of any kind you're ever going to have, and that's dragons. One of the namesakes of Dungeons and Dragons, which we don't use too often as DMs because they're too powerful, but you don't have to fight them. And I'm going to go over some options you have to use a dragon in a random encounter, or for a planned encounter, it's your call. So, number one, let's talk dragons. What you want to first decide is this random encounter planned or unplanned? Could be something that you've been thinking about for a long time, and or it could be something you have where whenever the random encounter pops up and you roll a 20 on a 20-sided die, if that's how you run it for your game, you're like, okay, the dragon appears, and the way it appears will depend on how you want to run it. It could be flying overhead and lands in front of a party. They could be having dinner by a campfire and it just kind of creeps up on them and surprises them. Who knows? But you can either totally pull it out of nowhere, or you can have it, like I said, planned long term, or it could be something that you would plan just to pop up once in a while. So that's the first thing you have to decide as a dungeon master, is how you want to roll that into the game. And I have done it once in a while. I've been DMing for 30 years, so at least 3 or 4 times in that time I've had a dragon just come out of nowhere. And usually makes the party want to mess their pants. But anyways, okay, so the first thing you have to decide in the random encounter with a dragon is, do they want to fight it? That's usually never a good idea. Dragons are one step below deities or archdemons or devils or something horrible. So generally you don't want them to fight something unless they're epic characters or they're very high level and they've prepared for it. So basically, you have to make sure it makes sense. You don't want to TPK your group. And for those who don't know what that means total party kill. And I have done that, and that is not fun. You don't want to do that. That's something hopefully I can help you Dungeon Masters avoid. The next point is a plot point. Maybe the dragon that comes is a major plot point for the game. So it could be an excuse to give a clue to a mystery or something they're trying to solve on a big scale or small scale. It could be a threat. The plot point could be where the dragon's going to tell them about because it thinks it's funny, perhaps because dragons are so powerful, or it wants to make a deal. That also could be a plot point where there could be a trade, or it could be knowledge for knowledge. It could be magic items for knowledge, or vice versa. It could be one of a number of things, just whatever your imagination wants to open up. I've done many, many, many types of deals and things, dealing with monsters, dragons, sphinxes, all kinds of things when it has to do with things like that. Of course, everybody knows I'm the riddle guy also. So the next thing is piqued interest. In other words, the characters have piqued the interest of the dragon. So their fame has either made them to the point where they've come up on the radar. So the dragon thinks that this is awesome, and it can either it can either exploit what they've done, or it can want to hire them, or it can intimidate them, or it can applaud them. It can do one of a number of things because they've piqued its interest. So you have to decide, exactly where you want to go with it, and you want to frame it too, so the characters know like what the attitude is, what the situation calls for with the dragon. And hopefully, I like playing when I have a dragon speak to someone. I mean, there's the dragon fear aspect that, of course, you have to look at. Hopefully the characters are high enough level where it doesn't matter, or the dragon fear can happen, and some of the people are like frozen in place, and other ones aren't, and they can have a discussion. Because of course the dragon doesn't come to fight them, and eventually it'll all work out. So I mean, you can work around the dragon fear if you let time elapse, or and a number of the characters in the group have abilities with 5.0 where they can actually have Dragon Fear negated with advantage rolls and stuff like that. And then there's also the challenge. This dragon could be not a standard dragon of its species in their dragon clan or group, or if it's solo, and it might be an oddball member of its species. So it could enjoy daring the group, or riddling with the group, or confounding them, and it could be a really good role playing experience where it's like a clone of a dragon. It's just almost like an adventure type of dragon who's not its normal type, that goes out, kills all kinds of people, takes their treasure, makes a horde, stuff like that. So, it could also be, like I said, a big challenge. Now, when I talk about these things, I mean, it is tricky to play a dragon and run that as a random encounter, but those are really fun. Random encounters with something super powerful where the characters aren't supposed to fight it and they're just supposed to talk to it and discuss things. That's awesome. And remember, DMs out there, whether you're new, old, don't forget this adage. Make sure the players always know the encounters are not there to be necessarily killed. Just because it's there doesn't mean you attack it. You have options. So, just be aware of that, because if you put stuff out there and they just think they're supposed to kill, that's nuts. And that isn't fun D&D. It's supposed to be more than that. They can just go kill orcs and stuff. If they see something super powerful, a deity, a wizard, a dragon, make sure you put the scenery and you put the ambiance in it where they should talk to it. So, don't have the dragon just appear out of another and just surprise them. Don't do that. It's going to come up like it's no big deal and they're ants. And this is all just, fun for the dragon. It's a cat playing with a mouse. So anyway, that's my random encounter. It's my first random encounter. I did kind of hit on some of that with if you have the villain, your epic villain in the past episodes. But now the part that I always love is my riddle. And every Monday I put up a video and I want you guys to answer in the comments what you think the answer is to the riddle. And over time I'll add up your points and I'm going to have a prize at some point down the road. So, but since this is only my 5th video on my channel, it's going to take a while. So the new riddle is: it controls you, it owns you, it betrays you, it binds you. When it is broken, its power is lost. What is it? It controls you, it owns you, it betrays you, it binds you. When it's broken, its power is lost. What is it? So that's my riddle of the day, and for my episode for this week about random encounters, dragons. And thanks for watching. If you could like me, that'd be fantastic. And if you follow me, that's also equally fantastic. And I hope you enjoyed the episode. So signing off from the lair. Thanks.